Is higher education relevant to today's constantly changing society?
Declining birth rate, the number of students is decreasing, and people are finding ways to create careers and income opportunities.
Is it true to say that studying at a university may no longer necessary?
Of course, it's necessary. At Thaksin University, we promote the creation of innovations from the foundation of existing knowledge and local wisdom in response to the fast-changing world. Our students would benefit greatly from this kind of process.
Studying at a university helps fill knowledge gap, making one more complete, and enhance academic strength, making the student competent and ready for the future career.
To pave the way for future career, income generation, and life stability.
Thaksin University, the University of Social Innovation.
ในยุคปัจจุบันนะครับสถาบันการศึกษาเนี่ยก็ยังมีความจำเป็นอยู่แต่รูปแบบของการเรียนรู้เนี่ยมันมีความหลากหลายและยืดหยุ่นมากยิ่งขึ้นTSU for All เนี่ยก็เป็นแพลตฟอร์มในการเรียนรู้รูปแบบใหม่ของมหาวิทยาลัยทักษิณนะครับผมแล้วก็สามารถที่จะเข้ามาเรียนในการเติมเต็มนะครับความรู้ที่เป็นทักษะใหม่ๆอาทิเช่นเด็กม.ปลายก็สามารถจะเข้ามาเรียนรู้ในรายวิชาต่างๆของในระดับมหาลัยเพื่อเตรียมความพร้อมเข้าสู่มหาวิทยาลัยนะครับผมหรือแม้กระทั่งแล้วก็จะมีหลักสูตรที่เป็นหลักสูตรช็อตคอร์สต่างๆนะครับหลักสูตรระยะสั้นที่เปิดให้กับผู้สนใจมาอบรมนะครับผมก็อยู่ในลักษณะของการจัดการเรียนรู้ตลอดชีวิต TSU for All ของเราครับผมมันมีการเรียนรู้ในห้องเรียนการเรียนรู้แบบผสมผสานการเรียนรู้แบบออนไซต์การเรียนรู้แบบออนไลน์การเรียนรู้ในสถานที่ทำงานเพื่อที่จะมีความจำเป็นต่อการทำงานและเตรียมความพร้อมสู่โลกอนาคตหลักสูตร Double Degree ครับผมถ้าเราเรียน Double Degree เนี่ยเราก็สามารถจะจบระยะเวลาภายใต้วงเวลาเพียงแค่4 ปีแล้วมีปริญญา2 ใบนะครับมีชุดความรู้ทักษะ2 ชุดความรู้ถ้าเป็นลักษณะของหลักสูตรตรีควบปริญญาโทนะครับ
มีสาขาดนตรีให้นิสิตร่วมศึกษาสาขาดุริยางคศาสตร์สากลมีอาจารย์ผู้สอนเฉพาะทางอันแยบยลอุปกรณ์คุณภาพมันดังศาสตราวุธเหมาะสมกับมหาลัยที่มีดังศาสตราคุดทันสมัยทันโลกพร้อมจุดประกายฝันพร้อมใช้งานบันทึกเสียงให้ดังใจหวังเสียงกลางแจ้งพร้อมจัดคอนเสิร์ตมีกีตาร์เบสกลองพร้อมอัดมันระเบิดเครื่องเป่าลมไม้ทองเหลืองตั้งท่าพร้อมทำตามฝันจุดประกายให้ก้าวหน้าความฝันให้พร้อมบินไม่ว่าจะเป็นนักร้องครูอาจารย์หรือว่าศิลปินจบไปมีฝันที่ดีเหมือนที่วาดการงานดีเด่นชีวิตมีคุณภาพนักศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องหรือว่ามีในคนฉลาดเด่นงานสร้างสรรค์ด้วยจิตวิญญาณนักปราชญ์พวกเราเด็กฟ้าเทาหลักความเป็นไทยดุริยางคศาสตร์ไทยสืบสานความเป็นไทยด้วยสัญชาติแห่งประเทศไทยพระทรงเป็นไทยไกลถึงทั่วแดนวงมโหรีที่สุดไทยแลนด์หนังลุงมโนลาเราไม่ให้ลืมเลือนวงบิพัดไม้นวมไม้แข็งโลกสะเทือนดนตรีทันสมัยรุ่งเรืองฮิตจัดตายจัดไปทั่วบ้านทั่วเมืองเป็นนักดนตรีที่เก่งกาจชื่อเสียงก้องโลกเอเชียแอฟริกาแล้วก็ไปโลดพัฒนาให้มันยังกับมืออาชีพส่งต่อความเป็นไทยไปทุกทั่วทวีปคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องหรือว่ามีในคนฉลาดเด่นงานสร้างสรรค์ด้วยจิตวิญญาณนักปราชญ์พวกเราเด็กฟ้าเทาตวัดผู้กันภาพวาดลายกระหนกศิลปะมิตรภาพชื่อเสียงคอยบรรจบผลงานระ ระดับประเทศล้วนมาจากจิตใจสร้างสรรค์ผลงานคงกระพันให้สืบไปอาจารย์ระดับประเทศชื่อเสียงเป็นที่ตั้งนิสิตคุณภาพเป็นอย่างที่มั่นจิตรกรรมประติมากรรมภาพพิมพ์ซึมซับวิชาฝังลึกลงลากดินบ่มเพาะสร้างคนให้เป็นทัศนศิลป์งานดีงานเด่นดังเพชรนหินจบไปมีงานทำสายงานสร้างโชคโด่งดังผลงานไกลถึงระดับโลกคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องลือว่ามีในคนฉลาดเด่นงานสร้างสรรค์ด้วยจิตวิญญาณนักปราชญ์พวกเราและเด็กฟ้าเท่าการออกแบบยุคตามทันสมัยหลักสูตรครบครันอยากชวนให้หลงไหลเข้ามาเรียนกับอาจารย์ไม่ธรรมดาห้องเรียนห้องแลบครบครันอลาวาโปรแกรมทันสมัยบอกได้เลยว่าทันโลกนิสิตก็พร้อมเรียนเพลินเดินก็พายโยกเข้าสู่สายงานอาชีพผ่านกิจกรรมส่งเสริมความคิดให้นิสิตคิดจะทำอาชีพในปัจจุบันนั้นมีอยู่มากมายออกแบบกราฟิกดีไซน์ให้วาดลายออกแบบความคิดให้ชีวิตวาดฝันสู่อาชีพที่ใช่กลับมาสู่บ้านฉันคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องลือว่ามีในคนฉลาดเด่นงานสร้างสรรค์ด้วยจิตวิญญาณนักปราชญ์พวกเราและเด็กฟ้าเท่าและปากการแสดงของเรานั้นดีเลิศสาวสวยแรงเงยหน้าถึงทีเชิร์ตอาจารย์ก็สอนดีมือไม้อ่อนช้อยหัวใจนักแสดงบอกได้เลยว่าเกินร้อยรำโนราวัฒนธรรมไทยเราอยากอนุรักษ์ไม่ใช่ให้จำใจสืบสานตำนานการแสดงของไทยศิลปะการแสดงสิ่งที่อยู่ในหัวใจเรื่องบทละครการแสดงประกอบฉากบทพูดเขาดีนักบอกได้เลยมันถอดปากธุรกิจการแสดงเบื้องหลังวงการให้รักษาความเป็นมืออาชีพมันนมนานคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องลือว่ามีในคนฉลาดเด่นงานสร้างสรรค์ด้วยจิตวิญญาณนักปราชญ์พวกเราและเด็กฟ้าเท่าสถานที่ที่หนึ่งของภาคใต้หอเพลงดนตรีการแสดงของแดนใต้ความภาคภูมิใจของพวกเราคนใต้ไม่ว่าเด็กผู้ใหญ่เข้ามาตามมาแลได้กิจกรรมศิลปกรรมสอนให้สร้างสอนให้สรรจินตนาการฝึกสมองสอนให้ฉันฝึกสร้างศิลปะความอดทนความชำนาญจบแล้วมีงานทำมีอาชีพตลอดกาลคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องลือว่ามีในคนฉลาดเด่นงานสร้างสรรค์ด้วยจิตวิญญาณนักปราชญ์พวกเราและเด็กฟ้าเท่าคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องลือว่ามีในคนฉลาดเด่นงานสร้างสรรค์ด้วยจิตวิญญาณนักปราชญ์พวกเราและเด็กฟ้าเท่า
ลักสูตรศิลปกรรมศาสตร์บัณฑิตสาขาวิชาศิลปะการแสดงมหาวิทยาลัยทักษิณมีแนวความคิดในการจัดการเรียนการสอนและการจัดกิจกรรมที่มุ่งเน้นในการพัฒนาผู้เรียนให้มีสมรรถนะในการเป็นผู้ที่มีความสามารถทางด้านศิลปะการแสดงหลักสูตรศิลปะการแสดงมุ่งเน้นการพัฒนาผู้เรียนให้มีทักษะทางด้านศิลปะการแสดงที่หลากหลายเน้นทักษะการแสดงโนรานาฏศิลป์ไทยและการแสดงละครเวทีนอกจากนี้ผู้เรียนยังจะได้เรียนนาฏศิลป์นานาชาติทั้งนาฏศิลป์กลุ่มวัฒนธรรมเปรณกันและนาฏศิลป์ร่วมสมัย
หลักสูตรศิลปะการแสดงคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์นะครับมีทั้งการเรียนด้านพื้นฐานด้านละครนาฏศิลป์ไทยแล้วก็โนรานะครับเมื่อเรียนพื้นฐานเสร็จก็จะมีเรียนต่อขั้นสูงเช่นว่าของศิลปะการแสดงโนราถ้ามาเรียนชั้นสูงก็มาต่อกับอาจารย์ในผู้เชี่ยวชาญนะครับโดยเฉพาะถ้าด้านโนราก็พอเรียนขั้นสูงเพลงทับเพลงโทนผันหน้าหรือว่าละครสร้างสรรค์ก็มาเรียนกับครูธรรมเรียนที่บ้านโนรา168นะครับเพราะฉะนั้นเราก็จะได้ทักษะของการแสดงที่มีคุณภาพแล้วก็ในขณะเดียวกันต้องมีการรวมกันคือบูรณาการหลังจากที่เรียนทางด้านละครชั้นสูงนาฏศิลป์ชั้นสูงโนราขั้นสูงก็เอาศิลปะการแสดงเหล่านี้มารวมมาบูรณาการในวิชาศิลปะการแสดงเพื่อชุมชนแสดงในที่ต่างๆโดยใช้ทักษะของนักเรียนทั้งห้องครับนี่ถือว่าเป็นเอกลักษณ์และเป็นสิ่งที่มีคุณค่าอย่างหนึ่งที่เราสอดแทรกนะครับให้กับนิสิตสาขาศิลปะการแสดงทุกๆคนครับ
นอกจากการฝึกทักษะทางด้านการแสดงแล้วผู้เรียนยังต้องฝึกทักษะอื่นๆที่เกี่ยวข้องกับการแสดงด้วยเช่นทักษะการใช้เครื่องมือและเทคโนโลยีสำหรับการแสดงการแต่งหน้าและการแต่งกายสำหรับการแสดงรวมทั้งการสร้างสรรค์ผลงานนวัตกรรมทางด้านศิลปะการแสดง
เรียนศิลปะการแสดงจบแล้วทำอาชีพอะไรได้บ้าง
ก็วิทย์ไม่ได้บอกเธอหรอว่าฉันฆ่ายายแดงเขาจะไปพูดโภชนาสามารถ8บ้านว่าฉันมันเป็นไอ้ฆาตกรศิลปินนักแสดง
นักวิชาการทางด้านศิลปะการแสดงและศิลปะวัฒนธรรม
นักออกแบบทางด้านศิลปะการแสดง
เจ้าหน้าที่เทคนิคการแสดงผู้กำกับการแสดงช่างแต่งหน้าแต่งกายนักออกแบบแสงฉากประกอบการแสดง
หากใครสนใจอยากจะเรียนศิลปะการแสดงพวกเรายินดีต้อนรับนะคะศิลปะการแสดงมหาวิทยาลัยทักษิณ
ศิลปกรรมชี้นำแนวทางสรรสร้างมุ่งเชิดชูสถาบันเท่าฟ้าระบือไกลศิลปกรรมทัศนศิลป์เลิศล้ำอ่อนไหวดุริยางค์กังวานใสนาฏศิลป์และพิไลลีลา จ้าให้ยืนยาวตลอดกาลคุณค่าแห่งใจคนศิลปกรรมดุจประทีปวัฒนธรรมเกิดผลเชิดฉายแสงสู่สากลฝีมือสื่อมนต์สุนทรีศิลปกรรมทัศนศิลป์เลิศล้ำอ่อนไหวดุริยางค์กังวานใสนาฏศิลป์และพิไลลีลาฝากความงามให้เห็นศิลปะสูงเด่นจ้าจ้าให้ยืนยาวตลอดกาลคุณค่าแห่งใจคนให้ยืนยาวตลอดกาลคุณค่าแห่งใจคนศิลปกรรมชี้นำแนวทางสรรสร้างมุ่งเชิดชูสถาบันเท่าฟ้าระบือไกลศิลปกรรมทัศนศิลป์เลิศล้ำอ่อนไหวดุริยางค์กังวานใสนาฏศิลป์และพิไลลีลาฝากความงามให้เห็นศิลปะสูงเด่นจ้าจ้าให้ยืนยาวตลอดกาลคุณค่าแห่งใจคนศิลปกรรมดุจประทีปวัฒนธรรมเกิดผลเชิดฉายแสงสู่สากลฝีมือสื่อมนต์สุนทรีศิลปกรรมทัศนศิลป์เลิศล้ำอ่อนไหวดุริยางค์กังวานใสนาฏศิลป์และพิไลลีลาฝากความงามให้เห็นศิลปะสูงเด่นจ้าจ้าให้ยืนยาวตลอดกาลคุณค่าแห่งใจคนให้ยืนยาวตลอดกาลคุณค่าแห่งใจคน
สวัสดีค่ะ Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 6th International Symposium on Creative Fine Art ISCFA 2025. Online event at the Prime Music Auditorium, Thaksin University, Songkhla, Thailand. I am Pochanan Pantam. You can call me Pam. I am a representative moderator of today's event from Faculty of Fine and Applied Art, Thaksin University. Dear esteemed evaluator of the creative work of ISCFA 2025, the principle and reasons, according to the government policy aiming to develop Thailand based on the bio-circular green economy model BCG, whose main part is the encouragement of Thai soft power that help increase the value of creative economy, focusing on the development with wisdom and creation. Owing to the fact that Thailand is distinctive and ready for capital in terms of cultural diversity, including handicaps, music, performing art, visual art, movie, works of broadcasting, work of molding, work of software, advertisement, work of designing, service of architecture, fashion, Thai food, Thai traditional medicine, cultural tourism, preservation of tradition and development of festival to the world. The academic meeting involving fine art research and creative works can validate the international academic connection, which is in line with the economic development of Thailand. In addition, faculty members have the opportunity to produce academic work from creative presentation, which is a mission supported by the Faculty of Humanities and Social Science. It also creates an academic atmosphere as well as support and encourage personnel and students, especially in the field of fine art, to present their creative work corresponding with the philosophy, vision, missions, and strategic plan of the university. Recognizing this important, the Faculty of Fine and Applied Art, Thaksin University has organized an event for academic conference and presentations of creative work in the field of fine art at international level for the year 2025. It is to be expected that the event will be of great benefit to the development of the faculty members' creative work. It is also an opportunity for fine art educators from across the country to present their academic work to the public and create academic collaboration, creative presentations between universities, government and private sections both in the country and abroad. A foreign country that provides teaching and learning in the field of fine art with an important goal of promoting and developing innovations that will lead to the creation of new academic works and the extension of academic work that can respond to the need of the community, as well as promoting the country's strong and sustainable education management. Objective 1. To organize international conference on fine art research and creative work and present the academic progress of researchers, faculty members, and students both at home and abroad with international standards. 2. To promote and develop new generations of creative people and create academic network of creative researchers and create an atmosphere of academic work in the field of fine art to the public both inside and outside the institution. 3. To provide academic service by providing an opportunity for the exchange of works and information of creative work between research faculty members, staff, and students from various department institutions. And 4. To improve the quality of research creative work of faculty members, staff, and students in Thaksin University. Well, the process of the 6th International Symposium on Creative Fine Art ISCFA 2025 are as follows. Firstly, the Faculty of Fine and Applied Art has organized and coordinated with the academic section which have been approved by Thaksin University. Secondly, this event provides open dissemination to all countries. To organize the ISCFA, there must be foreigners from at least 5 non-ASEAN countries and 25% of the participants presenting their work from outside the countries. Thirdly, the employment of committee include the position of professor, doctor, and academic or expert in the number of not less than 25% by evaluating the work in each field of study beside the host institution. Finally, the presentation will be publicly broadcast through the official website and Facebook page of TSU, the 6th International Symposium on Creative Fine Art. In addition, some relevant documents and are offered such as brochure, schedule, and a handbook with a summary of creative works. Process of the project. In step work of the 6th International Symposium on Creative Fine Art ISCFA 2025. 1. Have a meeting with the committee for the project planning. 2. Appoint specialist from each field that consider to creative work. 3. Make an application announcement to submit the creative work, submitting within the deadline to send the paper to the specialist. 4. Make an announcement for qualified creative work to make a presentation. 5. Create a public relation portal for the creative work presentation and the certificate to be available to the public. 6. Inform the presenter to submit 3 prints of their creative work to send to the specialist with an explanation of the applicant's work under the list topics. And 7. Make a presentation of the creative work having the specialist consider each work following the list schedule. There are 4 things that I'm pleased to inform you about registering and attending this event. 1. All participants should use official ISCFA 2025 wallpaper as a Zoom wallpaper and take a screenshot as a register both in the morning and afternoon. 2. All participants should take a screenshot while they are attending the opening and closing ceremony. 3. When it comes to give a presentation of your work, please also take a screenshot. 4. And the last one, please turn off your microphone throughout and the period of participation, except when you give a presentation. Please finish the satisfaction survey in the link on Google Form after the show ends. Please share the link of the ISCFA 2025 conference to your Facebook profile. And don't forget to send us your screenshot information to this email tsu-iscfa2025@tsu.ac.th. Alright, for today's event, I will bring you to the place of joy again where you can see the creation of music and visual art. There are so many participants to introduce you to their works. And in the evening will be the closing ceremony of ISCFA 2025 today. At this moment, enjoy yourself with all the beautiful and excellent work from our participants now. Auditorium 1 is especially for the ones who are into music. And Auditorium 2 is for the ones who prefer visual art. Please enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, the 6th International Symposium on Creative Fine Art ISCFA 2025 is hosted by the qualified committee. So, without further ado, it's time to know our committee. Please welcome our VTR. give a big hand to our community and participants of today's event. We'll give them current online by clicking the link and share boxes and writing in comment section throughout the event. Each participant can see that others are in the Zoom meeting and live too. In the following section, it is a bunch of presentation of creative visual arts. Without further ado, we'll start with the first 6 words of visual art, which are VA1 to VA6. 1. The title of liner cut printed on cotton paper, created by Victor Manuel Hernandez Gatiro from Mexico. The title of The Grandparent Under the Stars, created by Phu Rian Yi, Lu Yao Xia, Lin Wenzhou, Tao Li, Nathan In Kong, and Manu Toa from China. The title of Memories of the Ancient City of Sitep, created by Assistant Professor Dr. Jakkapong Phaitlakfa from Thailand. The title of Freedom and Resistance, created by Hua Peng, Yuan Chen, Xian Liu from China. The title of Beauty in the Ordinary, created by Associate Professor Yodchai Prom-in from Thailand. The title of Thai Impressions, created by Tong Fang Ma, Wan Huo Ryu, Zhang Zhang, Chou Yongji, Nathan In Kong, and Sakon Pungam from China. Please enjoy.
Hello everyone, I am Victor Manuel Hernandez Castillo from Mexico, liner cut printed on cotton paper. The process showed in my graphics, and which involves concepts as well as techniques, is to compare with traveling, where the images are current issues. This process also includes the formal lines which give structure in space and form to each one of my liner cuts. When I talk about graphic image, I am thus pointing to an anemic and emotional impulse which brings us a graphic script undoubtedly relate with poetry. The poetics of the grotesque, present in the narrative qualities of the liner prints, aims to generate in spectators their own interpretative stories. The process of distorting and disfiguring is progressive in some of the works from the movement in the calligraphy of the line print in white, and in others, the distortion remains dormant in the deep blacks. Linographies have a metaphoric meaning, thus in my opinion, it is very important the narrative, which in some cases these might become anecdote. I emphasize too much on ironic and hilarious fantasies where humans share their beings with animals and mobility machines, creating mixed forms and fantastic crossbreeding which build up various poetic visual metaphors of rationality or irrationality in the human being and his materialism. The man-animal is a binomial of reason and irrationality, and when mixed with the machine it becomes a trinomial, reason, irrationality, technocracy. There is another figurative hybrid identity that reaches its maximum limit of expression from the concept of man/machine to machine/man. And I hope that the online art exhibition will be an exchange of knowledge in different concepts, which will benefit from learning together in the academic forum of art this year and in the future.
On January 13, 2025, our group visited many famous attractions in Bangkok, including the Grand Palace, Wat Pho, and the Flower Market. Bangkok left a deep impression on us, especially the Grand Palace. Therefore, our artwork combines the iconic tile architecture of the Grand Palace with the starry sky elements from Vincent van Gogh. Bangkok's night is beautiful. Thai culture is very distinctive. This painting depicts a wonderful and beautiful night at the Grand Palace. We hope to convey to everyone through our work the beauty of Thailand. By integrating traditional Thai architectural elements with Western Impressionist painting techniques, we aim to convey the concept. We blend two completely different artistic styles together. The Grand Palace is painted in symmetrical forms, with gold paint used on the roofs and windows, not only displaying a rich sense of depth, but also reflecting the sanctity and solemnity of the Grand Palace. Diamonds are added to the part of the starry sky. The water surface below the Grand Palace in the painting is actually the reflection of the Grand Palace in a water tank, and we stick pearls on the water surface, projecting the stars in the sky and the beautiful dreams below. The work not only displays the solemnity and aesthetics of traditional Eastern composition. Symmetrical composition is used to highlight the solemnity and stability of traditional Eastern architecture. By incorporating starry elements into the background, the entire picture becomes more vivid and layered. Technique Impressionist painting techniques, such as stippling and color contrast, are employed to make the picture brighter, and expressions through the use of color and the changes of light and shadow. The grandeur and magnificence of the architecture are expressed. The elements of the starry sky also add a mysterious and romantic atmosphere to the picture. Color high contrast colors of blue, yellow, and orange composition. The center of the picture features traditional architecture of the Grand Palace in Thailand, using a symmetrical composition to highlight its solemnity and stability. The background is a starry sky, which contrasts. Technique Impressionist painting's stippling technique is used to make the starry sky brighter and more dynamic. Attention to detail in the architecture's depiction makes the entire picture more realistic and delicate. Representation through the use of color and changes in light and shadow. The grandeur and magnificence of the architecture are portrayed. The use of messages, the beauty and harmony of the integration of Eastern and Western cultures. By combining traditional Eastern architecture with Western Impressionist painting, the work aims for the audience significance, exploring the diversity and possibilities of art. By merging two different artistic styles, the hope is that the audience will feel the dreamy, happy, and beautiful messages. The art innovative fusion of styles, combining the aesthetic beauty of Eastern architecture with the Impressionist paintings of the West, breaking artistic boundaries to create a unique visual effect that showcases the solemn beauty of architecture and the dynamic vitality of painting. Through artistic forms, it demonstrates the blending of Eastern innovative combination of elements, integrating the starry sky elements from Van Gogh's Starry Night with traditional Eastern architecture, using materials like diamonds and pearls to convey beauty. This unique combination of elements transcends time and cultural boundaries, aiming to showcase the beauty of Thai culture and the fusion of Eastern and Western innovative expression techniques. The creation employs symmetrical composition, Impressionist techniques, color contrast, and changes in light and shadow. Symmetry and starry sky elements are used to emphasize the solemnity and vividness of architecture, expressing the grandeur of buildings and the mysterious romance of the starry sky. We hope the audience will experience the beauty of cultural integration, appreciate the unique charm of the fusion of Eastern and Western cultures, and expand their understanding of multiculturalism. This work cleverly combines two styles, with the expectation that the audience will draw
the creation of watercolor painting series on memories of the ancient city of Thebe. The creation of this watercolor painting series, inspired by study of historical documents and direct aesthetic perception from experiencing the ancient city of Thebe in person, evoke memories of a past society enriched by religious belief and traditional ways of life. These profound and nostalgic recollections gave rise to a longing for the past. I seek to create this series based on belief that beauty lies in representation of memories through objects and symbolic forms that reflect cultural belief and communal lifestyles. The creative process integrates the concept of nostalgia with the compositional approaches of surrealism. The methodology of this series focused on selecting symbolic objects and forms associated with ancient city of Thebe from different historical periods and reconfiguring them into new composition. This approach is further enriched by my personal experience, resulting in the fusion of historical and contemporary perspective. The outcome of this creative process is a contemporary watercolor painting series that encapsulates memories of an ancient city, blending Thai cultural elements with global artistic perspective. The resulting work represents an innovative aesthetic while also contributing new knowledge in the field of creative process, offering opportunities for continuous artistic development and expansion. Objective: first is to analyze the knowledge of belief and lifestyle of urban communities through the artistic traits found in ancient city of Thebe. And second is to create and analyze artwork that reflect the memorable and impressive memories of the ancient city of Thebe based on my imagination. Creation process. First, I prepare the materials. Various brushes are selected and color are mixed on the palette ready for application. Then I visualize the image by understanding the structures and composition and select symbolic shapes or art objects reflecting the belief and way of life of the Thebe ancient community. These symbols may vary, such as Thebe Pran, representing Hinduism, reflecting South Indian cultural influence, which is combined with Tharavadi style Dhammachak symbolism. These objects come from different historical periods but are combined with a new composition, integrating real-world forms with the creator's imagination to convey memories of harmonious society where all religions coexist peacefully. Then, I apply clean water to the paper, repeating the process 3 times to ensure the paper is fully moist. Then watercolor is applied starting with the lightest color, which is yellow, followed by red and blue to create the overall atmosphere. A wet-on-wet technique is used with large brush suitable for covering larger areas. After that, I wait for the watercolor to dry completely or use hair dryer to speed up the drying process. Afterwards, various textures are added to symbolic shapes using techniques like printing with colors, scrapping paints, or other methods to add interest to the artwork. Then, I refine the symbolic shapes applying glazing and wet on dry techniques. The composition evaluated using different shapes to ensure harmony and completeness. Additional layers of glazing are applied to enhance the overall atmosphere, making scene resemble an imagined city. The relationships between the components and overall structure of the painting are carefully considered, using various techniques in combination to evoke emotions and feelings that align with the narrative of the image. The composition is re-evaluated using ensuring the balance, completeness, and consistency. If needed, adjustments are made to the shape or additional elements are incorporated. Once the painting is complete and dry, it is framed to enhance its representation and prepare it for display in an art exhibition. This detailed process integrates historical and contemporary elements, blending imagination with tangible symbols that create visual narratives that connect the past with the present. Creative result. First, the analysis of knowledge regarding belief and lifestyle of the ancient Sea-Tape community from artistic trace. The ancient city of Sea-Tape was a prosperous community due to its position as a trading port and cultural link between central region of the northeast area of the Thailand. It was a significant community from prehistory until 18th Buddhist century, after which it declined. The ancient city of Sea-Tape served as important historical and cultural learning site in Thailand, with continuous cultural development from prehistoric time in Tharavadi and Khmer period. Trace of art and architecture such as statues, Buddha images, Dhammachak, Narai figures, and Sea-Tape Prang Song Pinong, the Khao Klang Nok archaeological site, and Khao Maharaj cave site, reflecting the influence of both Hinduism and Theravada and Mahayana Buddhism on the ancient city of religious belief. In terms of our community ways of life, it was trading port that act as a center of economic, social, and cultural prosperity for a long period. This highlights the stability of communities' way of life and the peacefulness of people within the ancient Sea-Tape community. Second, result of creation and analysis of watercolor artwork memories of ancient Sea-Tape city. The artwork reflects vivid memories of the past, showcasing the ancient city's multicultural nature and its diverse religious belief, including Hinduism and both Theravada and Mahayana Buddhism. The presentation methods focus on combining shapes and important symbolic objects from different historical periods of the ancient city, merging them according to creators' imagination. This process involved representing shapes of objects out of their original context, reshaping them through the creator's contemporary experience, resulting in new and unique format. This blending of external reality and internal imagination is harmoniously expressed in the work. The overall color structure of the painting employs warm tones. The use of these colors helps emphasize the emotion and the feeling align with the narrative in the painting. Warm color simulates the viewer's emotion perception, conveying dreamy atmosphere shaped by the creator's internal imagination regarding memories of ancient Sea-Tape city. The surface texture in the painting enhanced through various techniques such as color printing, color scraping, and color subtraction, as well as other methods to create sense of novelty in the work. This series used watercolor as primary medium. Techniques employed include wet-on-wet, glazing, soft-to-dark transition, and creating connections between the shapes and their backgrounds. The focus is on creating an atmosphere that aligns with narrative of past memories. The creative process emphasizes the concept of yearning for past and incorporates realist surrealist composition methods. This approach makes the work unique and interesting, offering creative direction that can be developed into future work and diverse possibilities.
Title of artwork is Freedom and Restraint. With its unique cold sheen, the iron wire carves out the figure's texture, as if endowing the figure with a cold and resilient quality. These iron wires are intricately intertwined, jointly constructing the figure's outline. Appearing disorderly yet closely connected, they resemble the threads of fate, expressing the theme of restraint. Under the dim, yellowish light, the figure made of iron wire slumps casually in the chair in an almost languid posture. His body is relaxed and unguarded, as if he has found a moment of peace and freedom in this small space. However, the tightly coiled iron wires, like the shackles of fate, constantly remind him of the inescapable predicament. The stark contrast between this relaxed posture and the restraint symbolized by the iron wires is like the eternal contradiction between freedom and restraint. It profoundly reveals that even if the outward posture can seem free, one cannot break free from the deep-seated shackles and constraints within. Yet, within this seemingly hopeless situation, there is a glimmer of hope. On the figure's head, a bright and warm light shines through the layers of coiled iron wires, spreading all around. These iron wires, once the embodiment of restraint, now become a medium for the interweaving of light and shadow as the light penetrates. The light, like the power of thought, breaks through the physical confinement, illuminating the world in front, signifying that thought has broken free from the bonds and reached the realm of freedom. Materials of artwork consist of iron wire, chair, and lighting. Size of artwork includes its height 1.3 meter, its length 1.5 meter, and its width 0.6 meter. Process progress includes: Step 1, we prepared materials and prepare tools. Step 2, we build the human figure's framework with thick iron wire, use a single, intact thick iron wire to make the framework, ensuring that the neck can bear the weight of the head and that it won't be torn apart during transportation. Step 3, we wind the framework with thin wire. When winding, pay attention to the direction of the wire winding to avoid knots and maintain the smoothness of the wire lines. And finally, we presented the artwork at Thailand Cultural Center on February 13, 2025.
Beauty in the Ordinary.
My name, Associate Professor Yochai Prom-in, Faculty of Fine and Applied Art, Thaksin University, Songkhla, Thailand.
Beauty in the ordinary often reveals itself in the quietest moments in a gentle breeze. The soft rustle of leaves, or the fleeting bloom of a flower. Watercolor flowers, with their delicate hues and flowing forms, capture this subtle beauty in a way that words cannot. They remind us that there is elegance in imperfection and grace in simplicity. Each brushstroke echoes the fragile yet resilient nature of petals. And each bloom painted is a quiet celebration of the everyday wonders we often overlook. Through the art of watercolor, the ordinary becomes poetic, and the humble flower transforms into a timeless muse, showing us that sometimes the most extraordinary beauty lies in the simplest of things. The creative work, Beauty in Ordinary, comes from and is inspired by the beauty of flowers and the appreciation of their qualities. The techniques and processes of watercolor painting give a light and transparent result, making the color look lively, suitable for creating a peaceful atmosphere. The natural flow and mixing of colors create unique results each time. It is an expression of imperfection and the beauty in imperfection. Watercolors can create amazing effects. The color flows from mixing with water or creating a blur of color boundaries that gives a sense of movement. The purpose is to create a sense of escape from stress and anxiety in daily life. Taking time to do this creation helps calm the mind and enjoy it. To create happiness from seeing the work gradually grow when seeing the change of the image from adding color and using various techniques. It makes you feel satisfied with the true expression. It can create happiness and being in the present. Paying attention to every brush movement. Paying attention to these details helps you focus and not have to think about anything else, which can help you feel happy at that moment. Concept. Beauty in the ordinary explores the notion that true beauty often lies not in grandeur, but in the subtle details of everyday life. This concept invites viewers to pause and appreciate the quiet elegance found in seemingly unremarkable elements, those which are frequently overlooked in the rush of modern existence. In this work, flowers are employed as a visual metaphor for the ordinary. Though common and familiar, they possess intricate forms, delicate textures, and natural rhythms that embody serenity and grace. By utilizing the watercolor medium, which emphasizes softness, transparency, and organic fluidity, the artwork seeks to express the ephemeral and gentle nature of these subjects. Watercolor allows for spontaneity and imperfection, both of which reflect the authentic beauty found in the natural world. This series aims to convey that the extraordinary can often be found in the ordinary, and that through intentional observation and artistic expression, everyday moments can be transformed into meaningful, poetic experiences. The viewer is invited to reconnect with the present, to see with renewed attention, and to recognize the quiet beauty that surrounds us all. Objectives. 1. To reflect the hidden beauty found in the small and simple things of everyday life through watercolor flower painting. 2. To use watercolor as a medium for expressing emotions, feelings, and the tranquility inspired by nature. 3. To encourage a new perspective in observing the world around us, recognizing the value and beauty within ordinary things that are often overlooked. 4. To inspire the use of art as a form of healing and as a way to reconnect people with nature. 5. To develop watercolor techniques in creating floral artworks that emphasize softness, lightness, and natural beauty. The process of producing creative works. The creative process behind beauty in the ordinary began with a deep observation of everyday surroundings, quiet corners of nature, overlooked petals by the roadside, and fleeting moments of light and shadow. Inspiration was drawn from the simplicity of ordinary flowers, which often go unnoticed but carry a quiet beauty that speaks to the soul. Research and exploration played a key role in this project. Photographs were taken during walks in gardens, markets, and along city paths to capture the natural forms, color palettes, and lighting of real flowers in their unembellished states. These visual references served as a foundation for developing compositions that reflect authenticity and emotional resonance. Sketching and conceptual development followed, where initial pencil drawings were used to explore structure, composition, and flow. Attention was given to negative space and asymmetry, which are often used in watercolor to emphasize lightness and airiness. The watercolor painting stage involved layering transparent pigments to create a sense of depth and softness. Careful brushwork, wet-on-wet techniques, and color blending were employed to capture the delicate textures of petals and the organic movement of leaves. This medium's unpredictable nature was embraced as part of the creative journey, echoing the imperfect, spontaneous beauty found in nature itself. Finally, each piece was refined with a focus on subtlety, emotion, and harmony. The goal was not to create hyper-realistic depictions, but to evoke a feeling, a gentle reminder of the overlooked elegance in our daily lives. Through this process, the artwork in Beauty in the Ordinary seeks to shift the viewer's perspective, allowing them to find meaning and beauty in the simple, the fleeting, and the quietly profound. Discussion and suggestion. Beauty in the Ordinary captures the subtle beauty in everyday life through watercolor paintings of flowers. The transparent, fluid nature of watercolor emphasizes simplicity, imperfection, and the delicate beauty of natural forms. While this approach invites quiet reflection, its subtlety may challenge some viewers who prefer more dramatic or immediate emotional responses. The artwork requires patience and a deeper engagement to fully appreciate its message. Recommendations 1. Expand subject range. Broaden the scope to include other natural elements, such as leaves or insects, to enhance the theme of finding beauty in the ordinary. 2. Interactive experience. Incorporate an interactive element, such as guided reflection or a narrative, to deepen viewer engagement with the concept. 3. Experiment with styles. Try different styles or mixed media to add visual variety and appeal to a wider audience. 4. Workshops and exhibitions. Organize interactive workshops or exhibitions where viewers can create their own interpretations, fostering a personal connection to the theme. 5. Highlight imperfection. Embrace more visible brushstrokes or unfinished edges to emphasize the beauty found in imperfection.
Yes, Buddha. No. Design description. 1. Overall architecture. The whole picture adopts a three-step layout. The foreground is the physical buildings where humans live, which are simplified into a plane-like treatment. The middle ground is the place where gods and Buddhas live and worship, which is expressed in a block-like treatment. The background is the illusory mountains and rivers, clouds and mist, and the light and shadow are abstractly distorted into a linear treatment. The foreground and the middle ground are connected by a straight line, and the middle ground and the background are connected by a curve, which metaphorically represents the right and wrong and inseparable relationship between the real world, the world of gods and Buddhas, and the illusory world. Tor, theme conception and background research. The Grand Palace is not only a symbol of the Thai royal family, but also a treasure of Thai culture and art. Its magnificent architectural style, unique color matching, and rich Buddhist elements all provide us with rich design inspiration. 默认文本 We hope to show the magnificence and mystery of the Grand Palace to more audiences through this painting, and at the same time let them feel the charm of Thai culture, combining Buddhist culture and thinking about the infinite universe. We finally decided on a three-step layout concept. 3. Use of color, light and shadow. Color is a highlight of this painting. We use bright and high contrast colors such as yellow, purple, green and red, which not only echo the actual colors of the Grand Palace, but also enhance the visual effect of the picture through exaggeration. The golden Buddha statues play a role in stabilizing the central picture in the picture. They not only add to the noble temperament of the work, but also form a sharp contrast with other colors in the background, making the whole picture more eye-catching. In addition, we also cleverly use the light and shadow effects, creating a mysterious and solemn atmosphere through the contrast of light and dark and the interweaving of light and shadow. 4. Picture composition and detail processing. In terms of the composition of the picture, we adopted a central symmetrical layout, placing the main building in the center of the picture, surrounded by 5 similar structures, forming a sense of order and harmony. The golden Buddha statues on each building have been carefully designed. They not only have different postures, but also imply different auspiciousness and blessings. In addition, we also pay attention to the details such as the carvings, patterns and decorations on the buildings, which are all carefully depicted and portrayed, making the whole picture more vivid and layered. 5. Innovative use of materials and decoration. In terms of material application, we adopted a comprehensive material combination approach. In addition to traditional canvas and paint, modern decorative elements such as thumbtacks were also cleverly incorporated. Thumbtacks were used to embellish certain key positions in the painting. They not only added texture and details to the work, but also formed an interesting contrast with the overall color and composition. This combination of materials and decoration not only enriched the visual effect of the painting, but also gave the painting a unique tactile charm. In addition, we also tried to use other innovative materials, such as iron nails, to enhance the three-dimensional and layered sense of the painting. 6. creation of a surreal atmosphere and audience experience. In order to create a surreal atmosphere, we added mysterious elliptical halos and diamond-shaped broken lines to the picture. This geometric halo not only enhances the three-dimensional and spatial sense of the picture, but also makes the whole scene more dreamy and blurred. Through this treatment, the audience seems to be brought into a world that is both real and illusory, and feels the perfect fusion of art and reality. In addition, we also pay attention to the audience's experience. Through the carefully designed picture layout and color matching, we guide the audience to gradually go deeper into the work during the appreciation process and feel the profound cultural heritage and artistic charm contained therein. 7. Conclusion. In summary, this painting draws on the architectural style and color matching of the Grand Palace in Bangkok, Thailand, and Thai Buddhist culture, combined with modern art techniques and comprehensive materials to create a visual artwork that is both traditional and surreal. It not only shows the charm of Thai culture, but also gives the work new vitality and artistic value through innovative techniques. We hope that through this painting, the audience will feel the dual charm of art and culture in the process of appreciation, and at the same time bring them an unforgettable visual feast.
Alright, answering by another 6 words of visual art which are VA7 to VA12. The title of The Prayanaka Chinese Painting, created by Assistant Professor Dr. Korakot Phat Lakfa from Thailand. The title of Adventure in Wonderland, Bangkok, created by Yiron Gao, Yang Hongwu, Wan Qingliu, Jing Chao, Nathan Inkong, and Skon Pungamdi from China. The title of Color from Nature 1, created by Assistant Professor Dr. Wittawan Janthorn from Thailand. The title of Moksa, created by Choni Yang, Yili Zhang, Faina Liu, Skon Pungamdi, and Manun To'at from China. The title of Experiment in Frame of Photogrammetry Generate 3D Museum Art Metaverse Platforms, created by Sayyad Riza Musawi Jafari from Islamic Republic of Iran. And the title of White Blossom in Withered Ticket, created by Deb Julie, So Chi Zheng, Hong Yin, and Nathan Inkong from China. Please enjoy.
The creation of artworks. An analysis and artistic exploration of Chinese painting on the theme of the Naga. The objective of this creative endeavor is to analyze knowledge and summarize artistic approaches in Chinese painting, based on the concept of figure and ground. The study aims to explore, create, and analyze a series of Chinese paintings titled The Naga, by examining relevant documents and artworks related to the historical background and cultural beliefs surrounding the Naga. The Naga, as depicted in various cultural beliefs, is considered a semi-divine being endowed with supernatural powers, symbolizing water and serving as a guardian. The influence of the Naga extends across different artistic and cultural domains, embodying immense power and authority. This belief serves as the inspiration for the creation of this Chinese painting series, which seeks to visually express the essence of the Naga. The Naga series follows the aesthetic perception that beauty arises from the relationship between figure and ground, as described in the theory of figure-ground perception. The artwork reflects beauty through the transformation of forms, employing abstraction by simplifying and reducing certain elements, emphasizing symbolism, and integrating key visual components such as line, color, shape, form, tonal values, and empty space in a semi-abstract manner. Medium includes Chinese ink and watercolor on zan paper, applied with traditional Chinese brushes. This series presents diverse perspectives on the Naga, reinterpreting and rearranging its composition to evoke a sense of harmony and contrast through carefully selected forms. The work conveys symbolic meanings while embracing open forms and atmospheric spaces, allowing for imaginative expression. Beyond its artistic beauty, this painting series also embodies auspicious meanings derived from cultural beliefs. It resonates with those who hold faith in the Naga's spiritual significance, aligning with traditional blessings often embedded in Chinese paintings. Through this series of 5 paintings, the artist conveys personal artistic interpretations, reimagining the Naga in a new light while maintaining the essence of traditional Chinese painting. In the picture, I want to present the figure of the Naga combined with the flowing ground of blue and green ink colors, which are moving like the underwater habitat of the Naga and show the ink lines as external shapes to express the theory of image and ground in the work. In this image, I demonstrate the clarity of the theory of form and space combined with the free flow of color by choosing to pair colors that are related to nature. Water and light shining down on objects in the water. So I chose blue mixed with blue and yellow light using the technique of pouring color on paper and spraying water to make the color flow freely in every direction. And sketched the shape of the Naga on the paper as a second sequence. After that, I emphasized the lines with Chinese ink, referring to the image of the Thai Naga in various cultural beliefs. And I emphasized the weight again as the final weight that will make the shape of the Naga more prominent. This piece is an experiment. I had fun using color without considering the natural color of the Naga according to the beliefs of different cultures. Use color freely. Create light and shadow or dark weight with color and Chinese ink. Such actions do not consider the image that will occur, let it flow. I have sketched the Naga appropriately, considering the theory of form and ground and transformation, using moving lines, using open shapes to create the image of this piece. In the last step, I have used ink lines to emphasize weight to create movement and rhythm. In this piece, I am more confident in creating open shapes, using contrasting colors, and using the technique of creating the Naga shape without pre-drawing. I chose to emphasize the characteristics of the Naga's face, which represents the power and movement in the water, according to the Naga culture in Indonesia. I wanted to express the power of the guardian of the water. In this painting, I used the theory of form and ground to emphasize the shapes by using more chalk to emphasize the weight of the light and shadow of the painting. I used white chalk to sketch the image to create a defined shape, along with using Chinese ink to press the weight of the shadow, to create consistency and unity. I want to express the bright colors, combined with the creation of Chinese ink shapes in an open shape without emphasizing much weight, but as a temporary solution by determining the image to be consistent with the characteristics of the color background that was planned to be created beforehand. By creating the story of the Naga that expresses the swaying in the water according to the beliefs of Thai culture in the Northeast. The story of the Naga fireballs that reflect the belief in the abundance of water, the drafting of Thai patterns in the form of symbols that do not emphasize the exquisiteness, but emphasize the shape that shows the Naga, and using white chalk to create light lines combined with the bright colors in the picture.
Introduction. Hello, our team is Dreamweaver. The members are Gao Yu, Liu Wenxing, Cao Jing, and Wu Yanghong.
Ideas and inspiration sources.
Thailand is a country full of mystery and unique charm. Buddhist culture is deeply rooted in people's hearts. Temples and Buddha statues can be seen everywhere. Modern Bangkok shows prosperity and vitality.
Inspired by Thailand's rich cultural, religious, and urban landscape, the novel exploration of Thailand's impressions is presented in the picture. Objectives of artwork.
What did you create this artwork to reflect? The first is cultural integration, demonstrating the diversity and inclusiveness of Thai culture by combining traditional and modern, religious and secular elements. The second is visual impact, using rich colors and unique compositions to create a vibrant and mysterious picture, effect that attracts the audience's attention. The third is emotional communication. Let the audience feel the unique atmosphere of Thailand's tranquility and hustle and bustle when enjoying the picture, arousing interest in Thai culture and desire to explore.
Creative cognition clarifying.
I am talking about the concept of art. The theme of this painting is impression of Thailand. Through the use of comprehensive materials, Thailand's religious beliefs, natural landscapes, historical sites and modern urban features are integrated.
The picture takes Thai Buddha statue, flower, snake, lotus flower, Hanuman, fighting fish, and other elements as the core, supplemented by landmark buildings such as Grand Palace, Zhangwang Temple, Chinatown, etc., combined with modern graffiti overpass, royal clad top building and other elements, showing the unique charm of Thai tradition and modernity.
How to do. The first step is the idea and sketch. Material collection. Collect pictures, photos and related information about Thailand, including Buddha statues, temples, buildings, natural landscapes, etc.
Sketch drawing. Based on the collected material, draw a preliminary sketch to determine the composition of the picture and the distribution of elements. Buddha, flowers, snakes, lotus, and other elements as the visual focus, the Grand Palace, then one temple, Chinatown and other buildings distributed around the screen, forming a surrounding structure. In the edge of the screen to add graffiti overpass, royal cloud top building and other modern elements, creating a traditional and modern blend effect.
The second step is material preparation.
Group members discuss the content of the picture and analyze what comprehensive materials and tools need to be prepared. Comprehensive materials. Prepare a variety of materials, drawing board, pigment, gold foil, silver foil, clay, shell, etc. for the performance of different textures and effects. Tools. Prepare brushes, scissors, glue, carving knives, and other tools for making and collating materials.
The third step is to lay the background color. Background painting. Paint the background with basic paint on the drawing board. Choose the bright colors common in Thai traditional art, and create a warm and mysterious atmosphere. Use gradient or mixed colors to make the background richer and more stereoscopic. Outline. Outline the theme elements with white or light paint, ready for subsequent detail drawing. The fourth step is drawing.
The whole picture is mainly drawn with color pigments, supplemented by gold acrylic pigments to increase the texture of the details of the picture. Clear materials are used to increase the three-dimensional feeling of the lotus part, and gold foil is applied to the tail of the fighting fish to reflect the layered feeling, etc.
The final step is to perfect the details. Perfect and modify the details of the picture, such as the expression of the characters, the decorative patterns of the buildings, the texture of the flowers, etc. Fine brush or carving knife to detail, so that the picture more refined and realistic. Conclusion.
Through the above production process, this comprehensive material picture with Thai impression as the theme will show the unique charm and diversified integration of Thai culture, so that the public can feel the unique flavor of Thailand. At the same time, Thailand's unique atmosphere of tranquility and hustle and bustle rouses public interest in Thai culture and desire to explore.
The beauty of natural color. Number 1. Hello everyone. I am Professor Dr. Vitawan Jantan. I work as a lecturer at the Faculty of Fine and Applied Arts, Thammasat University, Bangkok of Thailand. The beauty of natural color. Number 1. It was inspired by the admiration for the beauty of the colors found in orchids. This work intends to present the concept of natural dyeing, using raw materials derived from both fresh and dried orchid flowers, aimed to preserve this beauty by expressing my feelings through textile art, using mixed media techniques such as wrapping and dyeing with colors extracted from the orchids. Furthermore, the orchids are typically discarded as waste by orchid farmers. The natural dye extracts produce colors including pink gold, pinkish purple, grayish orange, and muted green and more. The process of the extraction of color from orchid flowers involved both hot and cold dyeing methods, testing various mordants with acidic and alkaline properties, which are derived from natural sources such as tamarind, lemon juice, as well as chemicals like alum. These variables influenced the dye's adhesion to silk fibers. The results of the experiment found that the factors affecting the ability to absorb natural dye on silk fibers are the extraction process and type of mordant, as well as the method of applying the mordant. This fiber art collection presents an abstract narrative through the arrangement of natural fibers as silk, using wrapping technique with various shades of silk yarns. The artwork explores the interplay of light and dark tones while considering space and color placement. Contrasting elements emerge through directional opposition, harmonious layering or repetition, the rhythm of various color bands between uniformity and irregularity, transitioning from small to large or large to small, and from light to dark. The repetition creates movement and aesthetic unity, enhancing the overall composition. The artwork reflects the emotions and beauty of orchids, with hues extracted from orchid petals and transferred onto silk through the dyeing process. It invites viewers to embark on a journey into the wonders of nature, bringing those distant from nature closer to it. Embedded within the work are layers of meaning, conceptual, spiritual and cultural, along with invaluable local wisdom. I have learned through the experimentation and intricate process of extracting colors from orchids before transforming them into a refined fiber artwork. The colors of orchids embody emotions, nature, and, most importantly, color itself. Yet, they also serve as a means of preserving memories and impressions through the contemporary fiber art.
Hello everyone, the members of our group include Zhuoni Yang, Yilin Zhang, and Feinan Liu. Next, we will introduce our work to you. Our group made a painting named Moksha, meaning relief, and freedom in Sanskrit, significant in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. It represents the soul's break from reincarnation, bondage for internal freedom. The landscape, peacock and deer shows nature and sentient being, harmonious coexistence in Buddhism, forming an organic whole that reflects Buddhism universality. We want to convey respect for all things, equality and harmony, like worshipping Buddha statues. Buddhism stresses compassion and observing all things with cultural meanings. Based on Thai Buddhist mural elements, the picture uses complex techniques to weave flowers and plants, matching Southeast Asia plant growth. Deer symbolize Buddhism's popularization and spiritual purification in Buddhist culture. Inspired by Thailand ethnic minorities imitating deer movements, the painting shows landscape tranquility, peacock beauty, and deer flexibility, reflecting Buddha's nature in different life forms with details containing Buddhism's wisdom. The painting aims to promote Buddhism's compassion, harmony, and the equality of sentient beings. Like a Buddha statue guiding enlightenment, it reveals all things beauty and harmony through art, reminding us to respect nature, protect life, and cherish it. Viewers can feel Buddhism's compassion and wisdom, cultivate kindness and awe, gain inner peace, understand communication with all things, and seek internal freedom.
From the burden set reveal, the painting presents the drama world, where everything achieves spiritual liberation and enlightenment. The drama world concept interdependence all things. The landscape presents the natural vastness and deep, implies the British wisdom. The cultural peacock symbolizes life's vitality and beautiful. Reflecting sense being British nature, the mixed deer presented the life's innocence and kindness. It is like a microdrama world showing harmonious coexistence and equality. The draft concept layout determines the subject's opening and shape, and coordinate the character-sense relationships. After sketching with pencil, outline the bottle draft with brush. Coloring. Use a traditional Chinese painting pigment and link to establish a tone hierarchy, but try to show the background to the center tone. Enrich the subject's entirety, and create an atmosphere. The oil painting seeks a color distinguish the texture. Detail portrayal. Sharpen a sense of hierarchy through the portrayal. Color pencil show a peacock field in diva, rope pattern, and mountain textures. Peerless pigment in blush to make the picture three-dimensional and vivid, enhancing the influence. Innovation. The painting innovation combines traditional natural elements with British spiritual conception. Unlike common British style performance, it conveys British wisdom and passion directly through the natural sense of animals. It offers a new perspective to build to understanding and feel British culture, being a unique spiritual expression and person. Audience understanding. Appreciating the painting is like receiving spiritual baptism. We feel nature, the magic and beauty, understanding all things interdependence and harmonies. Cultural compassion and environmental protection awareness and pay attention to natural life dignity. It triggers innocence and reflection on the British culture. Commotion seeks inner peace and blessing with life, and guide the spiritual comfort guardians and the British spiritual blessing.
Hello and very good morning everyone. This is Reza. I am a lecturer from Design Department of Faculty of Fine and Applied Arts, Thaksin University, and I'm very pleased to be a participant at this symposium. Thaksin University is the host of this symposium, and I'm very glad to be a part of that. The topic of my presentation is a dual approach or a hybrid approach to create 3D assets for online platforms, particularly metaverse. The case of a study is the Songkhla Folklore Museum, which is initially an affiliation of Thaksin University as an independent institution, which is called the Institute of Southern Thai Studies, and creating a metaverse for the museum is a vital part or activity of their agendas to address the inquiries of new generations. So the Songkhla Folklore Museum is a vital institution dedicated to preserving and celebrating the rich cultural heritage, especially for the southern Thailand, and facing challenges like any other organization for reaching wider audiences increasingly in digital world. This project was born out of a desire to address this challenge by making the metaverse more accessible and yet affordable for cultural institutions, because creating a 3D platforms has the challenges of being accessible for the organization members, because it needs a technician to create this 3D platform, and that's one of the main reasons that metaverse was not as successful as it was promised at the beginning. However, in this research, I'm going to explain to you that metaverse still has a great potential. With this introduction, I'm going to explain about the case of the study, which is Songkla Folklore Museum, which is a holder of a large collection of display objects, and one of the biggest challenges was to scan and digitalize all these assets, and it could be very costly, and one of the main reasons that many institutions are not really fond of getting online in a metaverse platform, because it would be very costly and it's not as common as we are expecting. So this research has experienced methodologies that was democratized, budget approach, I mean economically very affordable for any organization, and using open source platforms that is available to anyone, anywhere. And you don't need to have a special knowledge for creating this asset, and enables basically everyone who can use social networks today to be able to create a metaverse platform for personal use, for art galleries, for museums, for organizations, for businesses, for any interaction online in a real 3D environment that very much duplicate our life variety of aspects. And I'm very confident that the outcome of this research is going to be adopted by the interest of the organization who has the intentions of getting online on metaverse, but maybe for some challenges like budget or different aspects, they haven't started yet. So hope to see you guys and finding the secrets of how to approach this methodology, which can be applicable for anyone who is interested. And thank you for listening to me and for the given chance. Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.
picture's name is White Blossoms in Withered Thicket. The title directly describes the painting's key elements. Withered thicket refers to the brown, dried plants, while tetra white blossoms highlights the glowing white flowers. This contradictory pairing suggests that even in the most decayed soil, awakening and life persist. The glowing flowers act as nature's quiet revelation, proving that death and rebirth always coexist. The woman in white, facing away from the viewer, symbolizes humanity's role as both observer and guardian of life's cycles. By confronting decay, we discover enduring vitality. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Okay, let's go to another 6 work of visual art, which are VA 13 to VA 18. The title of Wounded Memory, created by Dr. Panchana Sunthornpipit from Thailand. The title of Thinking Underline and Chowder, created by Huali Shinhai Wu, Feng Chung Han, and Manoon To Art from China. The title of Thammasat Game 2025, Corporate Design, created by Dr. Thirasak Sakon from Thailand. The title of Bangkok Life, created by Han Zheng, Jia Zhu, Yang Zhu, Yang Xiang, Nathan Inko, and Manu To Art from China. The title of Great Image, created by Yu Xing Jia, Yi Fu Wang Zheng Wo Jia, Yu Lu Xing, Her, Nathan Inko, and Sakon Pu Ngam Di from China. And the title of Warrior, created by Ket Hathai Sing In from Thailand. Please enjoy.
Hello, my name is Panchana Sunthornpipit, a lecturer in costume design at the Department of Performing Arts, Faculty of Fine Arts, Srinagarindra University. Today, I'm proud to present my creative work entitled Roi Reluk, Wounded Memory, a wearable art project that reflects the emotional journey of pain, memory, and healing. I believe that costumes are more than just garments. They are narrative woven in fabric, capable of telling stories that words cannot. What we wear shape not only our outward identity, but also reflect our inner world, our past, and the experiences that define us. Wounded Memory explores the deep connection between pain, memory, and healing, acknowledging how the wounds of the past leave scars that linger in the mind. These scars, though reminder of suffering, gradually transform into markers of resilience. Through healing, we reconcile with pains and channel it into strength. The process of emotional and physical healing mirror the natural world, where human skin slowly repairs itself, layering new tissues over what was once damaged. while scar remain as quiet symbol of survival. In much the same way, memory transforms pain, soften into acceptance, creating space for growth. This project has two key objectives. First, symbolizing healing through design, using second-hand shirts, faded colors, and symbolic stitching to represent scars, recovery, and the passage of time. Second, promoting sustainability through upcycling, repurposing discarded fabric, buttons, and leftover materials from bric-a-brac, transforming wasted into wearable storytelling. The creative process behind this work reflects on how wounds, both visible and invisible, shape the body and the soul. I created two costume pieces, one for a man and one for a woman, crafted from the second-hand shirts and jacket I found at a flea market. Each garment was layered like skin, beginning with an inner lining of braid, symbolizing the torment of deep pain beneath the surface. This gradually developed into outer layer of frail, white and translucent fabric, composed like the petal of flowers blooming from within. These blossoms emerge from pain that has been softened by the slow, delicate process of scarring and healing, where the memory no longer wounds, but transforms. Each piece is stitched and draped to mirror how pain settles and then, little by little, begin to lift. The color palette, red, brown, gray, black, and white, move like a bruise fading, deep sorrow lightening into quiet strength. On the surface of each garment, I placed forgotten objects from my own bric-a-brac and leftover work. Sequins, beads, buttons, badges, even discarded electronic parts, each giving a new breath as part of a visual narrative. Some elements appear as words that once wounded the heart, or as abstract motifs mimicking wounds, flesh and blood rendered in forms. All of them bloom into flower or symbolic shapes, representing the emotional evolution from suffering to strength, from memory to transformation, a whisper of what was lost and what might still be healed. A key part of this process is upcycling, which I used not only as a sustainable design method, but repurposing second-hand garment and unwanted object, but also as a conscious response to overconsumption in the fashion industry. This approach honors the value of what already exists, reducing waste while breathing new life into discarded material. Modern technique, upcycling becomes a metaphor for emotional recovery, a way of turning what was once broken or forgotten into something meaningful, resilient, and beautiful. In summary, for me, the final outcome of this work offers more than just two new garments. It breathes new meaning into what was once broken, cast aside, or forgotten. Through this creative process, these pieces become whole again, beautiful, expressive, and alive. At last, Wounded Memory is my offering, a story of pain, of healing, of strength discovered through softness. It is a work stitches from my own experience. Yet I hope that within its fold and fragments, others may find echo of their own journey. A reminder that even the deepest wounds can bloom into something beautiful. Thank you very much.
This painting is thinking under light and shadow. This painting shows the relationship between building and people, big and small, solemn and gentle from a dialectic point of view. The mosque is full of geometric beauty, which stands for the strictness and order of human thing. At the same time, through the detailed follow parts and the changing light and shadow, it shows a feeling of warmth and tolerance. In the symmetrical building space, the single figure sitting there becomes the focus, making people face the dialectical relationship between faith and their own hearts directly. Devout feelings and deep thoughts exist at the same time. When the sun shines, the mixture of light and shadow in the building conveys a silent thought. Light and shadow are opposite and united at the same time, just like thinking and feelings interline to build peace and strength. The whole picture echoes the solemn and introspective feeling that religious places bring, making viewers feel a deeper mixture of philosophy and feelings in the visual shock. Thanks for watching.
My name is Dr. Thaksin from Faculty of Fine and Applied Art, Thammasat University. Today I would like to introduce myself and summary my work in the 6th International Symposium. My recent work is about packaging label design for community enterprise in Lampang province. Inside is called Design for Nampik Lab labels. And I will show my design and my detail in this video.
The design begins with shapes that embody dimensional diversity, unifying them thought lines that lead to victory. Yellow and red, the official color of Thammasat University, serve as primary palette, while a background of blue adds straight, creating harmony across different dimensions. The goal is for all participating higher education institutes in the competition to foster unity, determination, and process moving forward as one cohesive entity. The element concept design draw with inspired from the running track in football field. These lines symbolize unity and continuity, reflect of collective spirit and shared purpose of Thammasat University sport competition 2025. The use of field use red, blue, and yellow together enhance inclusivity and vibrancy, embracing the common spirit of the event by utilizing the familiar and universal recognized image of running track. This design element connect with the audience both visual and emotional, fostering a sense of belonging and celebration.
Hello everyone! This is the inspiration for our group to create this work, mainly to find a daily record of Thai life, to discover the difference between Chinese and Thai culture from life. The difference in lifestyle will also make cultural differences. Cultural differences will also bring different emotions to the creation. We feel that understanding the cultural differences in these lives can bring us the right direction for our future creation. This piece is just the beginning.
This work mainly uses the method of narration to express the impression of the people of Bangkok, Thailand from the perspective of a tourist who has never been to Bangkok, Thailand. Among the many scenes of life in Bangkok, we had selected 6 representative stories to highlight Thai culture and record the impression of Bangkok. At the beginning of the discussion of this work, we used an unconventional way to create, and finally, we adopted the way described in the article to draw the scene. We reconnected the 6 scenes by observing the subtle changes of the scene, and we adopted a circular composition in the composition, so that the picture forms a closed loop. No matter where you look at it, you can get an idea of the lives of the people of Bangkok. In the creation of the work, we used the form of comics, illustrations to express the Buddha, worship in Bangkok's life, floating markets, urban transportation, traditional art performances, street stalls and flower markets, and the proportions of the characters in the scenes are mainly based on the 3-headed body, and we want to convey our thoughts to the viewers through this easy-to-understand form, Bangkok impression. In terms of composition, we break the conventional composition and use the method of multi-perspective to draw the scene to express our idea of expressing life in Bangkok from multiple angles, which can help us turn the fragmented picture into a whole. 3. In terms of painting skills, we refer to the techniques of comics, illustrations, murals, children's paintings, wheel paintings, and Chinese paintings, which make our pictures look more vivid. 4. We choose the rules of graphic design in the design language and design the points, lines, and surfaces in the picture so that the reading flow of the picture becomes more smooth. 5. In terms of materials, we have selected acrylic paints, colored pencils, crayons, oil pastels, and other materials. This is a work of combining different scenes, and the scene in this work is made by some observations of the group members of the city of Bangkok. In the upper left of the picture, we drew a giant Buddha, which is a scene that many tourists must go through after arriving in Bangkok. As we all know, Thailand is a country that respects Buddha very much. In the eyes of other people, Thai people's respect for Buddha comes from the heart of people. To a large extent, Buddha has also become a symbol of the Thai country. The devotion of the people here to the Buddha is something I have never felt in other places. So our group drew a big Buddha in the upper left corner of the picture and used our way to record the scene of Thai people worshipping Buddha. Forms a part of the picture in life. We feel the Thai people's love for flowers, and at the same time, in the life of the Thai people. The bazaar is a very popular way of trading for the Thai people, and some more characteristic markets will be formed in various areas. Sure, our works have the upper right, middle left and lower left parts. On the upper right, we draw a miniature of the market in the food court. There are many delicious and characteristic foods in Thailand. Most of these food courts will be accompanied by music. And the middle left is to draw a market with various flower transactions. And the picture below is Bangkok's famous floating market, which is a very distinctive market. Its unique style has become an important reason for tourists to go close to the floating market with a Thai-style performance. This is one of the must-see programs for foreign tourists to Bangkok. The highly recognizable dance moves show that everyone who has seen it will remember deeply. Dance is not only a visual feast, but also a beautiful blessing. In the middle right of the picture, we have drawn a traffic map. Although the traffic in Bangkok is very congested, but it will appear more orderly, and every driver obeys the traffic rules. From this point of view, the philosophy of beauty.
My work is inspired by the architecture and scenery of Bangkok in terms of painting. It combines the scenery of Bangkok with the Buddha statuettes of Wat Pratunam in terms of materials. It combines the design of monks' clothes and uses silk to decorate the picture in terms of my love for the land of Thailand. I blend the Thai soil into the paint. I think this artwork I created reflects the richness of Bangkok scenery and reflects that the Buddha, as light illuminates this land, bringing good luck and happiness to this land, and that the people living on this land are very happy.
The composition combines the S-shaped composition with the rule of thirds to enhance the sense of space and dynamics of the picture, making people feel full of vitality. The technique uses a more relaxed and casual creative expression, combining the post-impressionist expressions of Van Gogh and Wang Zhenji in order to achieve a strong artistic effect. The combination of lines and dots, bright color blocks and dots, lines and surfaces present a cheerful rhythm as a whole, abandoning the expression of concrete objects. The picture is more about presenting the artist's feelings and emotional state. During the time in Bangkok, we have a deep understanding of Thai culture and have integrated multiple disciplines, using monks' clothing, Thai soil, and acrylic paint to create works with multiple materials.
Hello everyone, I am Thaksin from the Faculty of Fine and Applied Arts at Thammasat University. I am excited to share with you my latest creative work titled Warrior. This piece is a testament to the vibrant and intricate world of basal arts. War and terrorism inflict devastating and multifaceted consequences, claiming lives and shattering communities. In today's volatile world, political and social tensions frequently erupt into armed conflicts, terrorism, and proxy wars. These conflicts, driven by complex interests and often fueled by external powers, destabilize entire regions and leave enduring scars on both directly involved nations and the global community. Through emotionally charged mixed media compositions that seek to humanize the victims of war and terrorism, we aim to prompt viewers to empathize and engage with the urgent need for peace. This project aims to humanize war victims, refugees, children, families through art, using layered screen printing and war symbols to portray their emotions and the power imbalances they face. It emphasizes ethical representation and seeks to raise global empathy and awareness. Thank you very much.
Where and the last 5 works of visual art begin now, which are VA 19 to VA 23. The title of The Whispering Mist, created by Artipat Vijit Satitrat from Thailand. The title of Bangkok Floating Market, A Glimmering Dream, created by Yang Se-Fang, Si Ru-Tang, Yi-Shu, Hai Se-Yin, Nathan In-Kong, and Sakon Pu-Ngam-Di from China. The title of Packaging Label Design from Community Enterprise Chili Fest Group in Lampang Province, created by Dr. Thirasak Sakon from Thailand. The title of Growth, created by Thaksin Pipittakul from Thailand. And the title of Silver Web Star Tree, created by Yan Hui Li, Tai Ping Wu, and San Tong Tang from China. Please enjoy.
Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Adipat Vijit Satitrat. I am an assistant professor in Art Education Department at Faculty of Fine Art, Srinakademi Road, University. Today, I am excited to present my artwork, The Whispering Mist, under the Visual Arts category. This piece uses charcoal and watercolor techniques and is inspired by tonalism, a style that emphasizes atmosphere and mood. The Whispering Mist captures the tranquility of dawn, where mist gently lingers over a quiet river, blurring the boundary between land and sky. The intention is to evoke calmness, mystery, and deep emotional resonance. I use a remit very range for soft edge and delicate transitions, with watercolor washes forming the misty background, and charcoal adding depth and texture. Techniques like brushing and lifting create an ethereal quality, while subtle marks suggest distant trees and reflections. The goal was to capture the atmosphere and mood, allowing viewers to feel the quiet stillness of dawn and experience a moment of calm. Thank you very much for your attention.
Guys, this is our group's artwork called Bangkok Floating Market. Our artwork will present the impression of the floating market scene during tourism in Bangkok in a non-concrete form through visual representation, striving to break away from traditional realistic detail painting. Using black as the background, based on the three primary colors, and often using secondary intermediate colors for expression and tertiary intermediate colors for embellishment, mainly conveying the spirit of impression. The work reflects our subjective impression of the Bangkok floating market in our minds.
Hello, everyone. In order to convey our intuitive impression of the floating market in the most visual way, we deliberately retained and enlarged the color matching of the Bangkok floating market, incorporating heavy colors into the background to highlight the contrast of color brightness and purity, diminish the tedious subjective details and present the picture in the form of a distant perspective. In order to increase the fun of the picture, tape is applied to the fabric sewing technique to express the blocks of the picture.
Our method is to enhance the contrast of other solid color blocks in the image with a large black background, replace the brightness, purity, and texture that cannot be expressed by pigments with solid colored tape, and restore the material texture of the store itself with fabric. The vertical composition used in the artwork is stacked, using the golden ratio technique, using direct drawing techniques to cover a large area of the screen, using bright lines, square, triangular, and circular simple patterns arranged directly, removing perspective, a large amount of texture, and gradients to highlight the content itself as the core again. Emphasize abstraction, simplicity, and flatness.
Our work starts with the use of solid colors in the Dutch style, with Memphis style as the main guide and flat style as a reference. It breaks the traditional realistic description and incorporates fabric to restore the material of reality. We hope that the audience can see the spiritual expression of emotions in abstraction from the work, rather than deliberately pursuing traditional realistic visual expression.
Okay, my name is Dr. Thaksin. I'm from Faculty of Fine and Applied Arts at Thammasat University. Today I would like to introduce myself, and I would like to explain about my creative work in summary for the 6th TH International Symposium.
The design was inspired by the love of packaging for community enterprise. Choose Pace Group of Lampang Province. The story of the rich culinary heritage and authentic identity of northern Thailand is singularly the metric umbrella that swayed the design. The object of this design endeavor was to improve the attraction of the product of the local community enterprise by the differentiating pick-up product torch packaging. The concept focused on reconciling traditional aesthetic with modern design elements so that the label can testify to product authenticity while demonstrating a wider customer base, focusing on the character of each variant. The hard-hitting favorite, herbal flavor, or hardly favorited label variety, broadcast and adverse sting language for the Lampang area. The design applies a composition that leans heavily on color physiology, many culturally significant motifs such as pattern and symbol, and sound typography to ensure that the labels have particular visual appeal that will directly attract customers. Local ingredients, traditional pattern, and unique font type represent the product's identity within the label. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Thaksin Pipitgun. I am an instructor at Bangkok University, and today I'm excited to present my creative work titled Growth. This work falls under the category of visual arts, specifically in contemporary sculpture. It's a 3D digital art piece that explores the transformation of industrial materials into organic forms. The inspiration for Growth comes from my exploration of material transformation. I wanted to experiment with how industrial materials, such as cable ties, can be reshaped into organic forms that resemble natural growth patterns. Objectives of this project are to explore material transformation, investigate how cable ties can be woven and arranged to create organic forms, to bridge physical and digital techniques, apply insights from hands-on weaving experiments to 3D modeling, interpreting traditional craft with digital sculpture, and to challenge traditional perceptions of industrial materials by reinterpreting them into sculptural structure. The concept is based on biomimicry, which studies natural forms and adapts them into design principles. My works also integrate both physical and digital techniques, starting with hand weaving techniques and later expanding into 3D digital modeling to refine the structures in ways that manual crafting cannot achieve. Through this process, I aim to bridge craftsmanship and digital innovation, demonstrating how rigid industrial elements can evolve into fluid, expanding structures that symbolize growth and transformation. Key contributions of these creative works are expanding the understanding of material adaptability in both physical and digital contexts, encouraging artists and designers to explore industrial materials in new creative ways, promoting discussions on organic design, industrial materials, and digital sculpture with possibilities for interactive media applications. In conclusion, I hope this presentation gives you insight into my creative journey and the potential of merging industrial materials with digital sculpture. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this presentation.
The work, Silver Wave Star Tree, is a uniquely shaped ornament, as if made of a wavy pipe of a material similar to aluminum foil, eyelid into a spiral shape, adorned with yellow spherical lights. The following is an analysis of its design concept, innovation points, feasibility, and implementation effect. Design philosophy. Breaking away from the traditional Christmas tree's inherent form of regularity and symmetry, a new type of Christmas tree is constructed with a spiral wound-gated pipe, creating a dynamic and linearly aesthetic shape that brings a novel visual experience, while possibly conveying a concept of non-conformity and breaking the mold, and may also align with the surrounding industrial or modern style environment. Thanks for watching.
Alright, I'm free to invite our qualified committee to give some advice about today's tour, please.
สวัสดีครับการประชุมสัมมนานานาชาติบนความคิดสร้างสรรค์วิจิตรศิลป์ครั้งที่6ของมหาลัยทักษิณในครั้งนี้ก็ถือว่าเป็นการสะท้อนถึงความก้าวหน้าและพัฒนาการทางศิลปะและศิลปะวิทยาของศาสตร์ทางด้านศิลปะนี้อย่างเป็นรูปธรรมและผลงานที่ส่งมาร่วมในการแสดงหรือการสัมมนาหรือการวิจัยก็ดีเนี่ยล้วนสะท้อนให้เห็นถึงมิติมุมมองของความก้าวหน้าในหลายๆด้านทางด้านทัศนศิลป์ทางด้านดนตรีและทางด้านนาฏศิลป์เป็นต้นเห็นถึงความคิดและมุมมองใหม่ๆที่มีความท้าทายต่อการสร้างสรรค์ศิลปะทั้งในรูปแบบอนุรักษ์นิยมและรูปแบบสร้างสรรค์ที่เป็นเรื่องของงานร่วมสมัยหรือสมัยใหม่มีเทคโนโลยีต่างๆที่เข้ามาเกี่ยวข้องกับการออกแบบและการสร้างสรรค์มากมายที่สะท้อนให้เห็นถึงมุมมองที่ดีและมุมมองที่มีความหมายต่อโลกยุคปัจจุบันเป็นที่ยิ่งโดยเฉพาะอย่างยิ่งนักศึกษาและอาจารย์ที่ส่งผลงานเข้ามานั้นล้วนพยายามนำเสนอสิ่งที่เป็นสาระและคุณค่าทางด้านวิจิตรศิลป์ทางด้านทัศนศิลป์และศิลปะที่มีความหมายและสะท้อนถึงโลกของเขาตัวตนของเขาและสังคมวัฒนธรรมที่เขามีความเกี่ยวข้องอยู่ผมคิดว่าเรื่องของการสร้างสรรค์เป็นเรื่องของตัวตนของคนแต่ละคนซึ่งเราสามารถสะท้อนความรู้สึกนึกคิดจินตนาการและการแสดงออกได้อย่างหลากหลายการสร้างสรรค์เป็นสิ่งที่ทำให้โลกเกิดการเปลี่ยนแปลงและการสร้างสรรค์เป็นสิ่งที่เราสามารถใช้ควบคู่ไปกับ AI ได้และขณะเดียวกันก็สามารถนำ AI ในมิติต่างๆได้เช่นเดียวกันผมอยากจะให้กำลังใจทุกคนที่กำลังทำงานสร้างสรรค์ให้มีความมั่นใจให้มีความตระหนักว่าสิ่งที่เรากำลังทำอยู่นั้นเป็นสิ่งที่มีคุณค่าและมีความหมายอย่างยิ่งเราสามารถสะท้อนการสร้างสรรค์และเราสามารถสะท้อนการสร้างวิชาการจากงานศิลปะสร้างสรรค์ได้เราสามารถจัดระบบความคิดต่างๆให้คนได้เข้าใจถึงวิธีคิดสร้างสรรค์ใหม่ๆของเราได้ตัวเราเป็นคนกำหนดตัวเราเป็นคนกำหนดเป้าหมายในการคิดและการทำดังนั้นเรื่องของการสร้างสรรค์จึงอยู่ที่ตัวเราและมุมมองของเราซึ่งทุกคนสามารถสะท้อนสิ่งต่างๆรอบตัวให้ออกมาเป็นรูปธรรมได้ทั้งสิ้นผมขอให้กำลังใจและขอให้ทุกคนมีความทุ่มเทและทำงานอย่างจริงจังและใช้เวทีการประชุมสัมมนานานาชาติบนการคิดสร้างสรรค์วิจิตรศิลป์ของมหาลัยทักษิณครั้งนี้ และครั้งต่อๆไปที่จะมีการจัดเนี่ยให้เป็นพื้นที่ให้เป็นเวทีของพวกเราในการนำเสนอสิ่งที่เป็นสาระประโยชน์ซึ่งคณะกรรมการที่เราเลือกสรรมาก็ล้วนแต่เป็นผู้ทรงคุณวุฒิและเข้าใจสิ่งนี้เป็นอย่างดีที่จะช่วยให้ท่านสามารถบรรลุเป้าหมายและความสำเร็จในเรื่องของการสร้างสรรค์หรือการวิจัยสร้างสรรค์ทางด้านวิจิตรศิลป์ทางด้านทัศนศิลป์ของท่านได้อย่างมากมายครับก็ขอให้กำลังใจครับสวัสดีครับ
Today I would like to thank our honor committee for the excellent advice as it will be our guide to develop and create new works to the public. Where all the 23 wonderful works of visual art of this room are now finished. How are you feeling? Which one is your favorite work today? I hope that you'll be inspired by one of these works. Please give a big round to our participants today. So, I would like to invite everyone here to attend the closing ceremony in the auditorium 1 after the music work finished. See you again in closing ceremony time. Thank you.
Is higher education relevant to today's constantly changing society?
Declining birth rate, the number of students is decreasing, and people are finding ways to create careers and income opportunities.
Is it true to say that studying at a university may no longer necessary?
Of course, it's necessary. At Thaksin University, we promote the creation of innovations from the foundation of existing knowledge and local wisdom in response to the fast-changing world. Our students would benefit greatly from this kind of process.
Studying at a university helps fill knowledge gap, making one more complete, and enhance academic strength, making the student competent and ready for the future career.
To pave the way for future career, income generation, and life stability.
Thaksin University, the University of Social Innovation.
ในยุคปัจจุบันนะครับสถาบันการศึกษาเนี่ยก็ยังมีความจำเป็นอยู่แต่รูปแบบของการเรียนรู้เนี่ยมันมีความหลากหลายและยืดหยุ่นมากยิ่งขึ้น TSU for All เนี่ยก็เป็นแพลตฟอร์มในการเรียนรู้รูปแบบใหม่ของมหาวิทยาลัยทักษิณนะครับผมแล้วก็สามารถที่จะเข้ามาเรียนในการเติมเต็มนะครับความรู้ที่เป็นทักษะใหม่ๆอาทิเช่นเด็กม.ปลายก็สามารถจะเข้ามาเรียนรู้ในหลายวิชาต่างๆของในระดับมหาลัยเพื่อเตรียมความพร้อมเข้าสู่มหาวิทยาลัยนะครับผมหรือแม้กระทั่งแล้วก็จะมีหลักสูตรที่เป็นหลักสูตรช็อตคอร์สต่างๆนะครับหลักสูตรระยะสั้นที่เปิดให้กับผู้สนใจมาอบรมนะครับผมก็อยู่ในลักษณะของการจัดการเรียนรู้ตลอดชีวิต TSU for All ของเราครับผมมันมีการเรียนรู้ในห้องเรียนการเรียนรู้แบบผสมผสานการเรียนรู้แบบออนไซต์การเรียนรู้แบบออนไลน์การเรียนรู้ในสถานที่ทำงานเพื่อที่จะมีความจำเป็นต่อการทำงานและเตรียมความพร้อมสู่โลกอนาคตหลักสูตร Double Degree ครับผมถ้าเราเรียน Double Degree เนี่ยเราก็สามารถจะจบระยะเวลาภายใต้ห่วงเวลาเพียงแค่4 ปีแล้วมีปริญญา2 ใบนะครับมีชุดความรู้ทักษะ2 ชุดความรู้ถ้าเป็นลักษณะของหลักสูตรปริญญาตรีควบปริญญาโทนะครับ
หลักสูตรศิลปกรรมศาสตร์บัณฑิตสาขาวิชาศิลปะการแสดงมหาวิทยาลัยทักษิณมีแนวความคิด ในการจัดการเรียนการสอนและการจัดกิจกรรมที่มุ่งเน้นในการพัฒนาผู้เรียนให้มีสมรรถนะในการเป็นผู้ที่มีความสามารถทางด้านศิลปะการแสดงหลักสูตรศิลปะการแสดงมุ่งเน้นการพัฒนาผู้เรียนให้มีทักษะทางด้านศิลปะการแสดงที่หลากหลายเน้นทักษะการแสดงโนรานาฏศิลป์ไทยและการแสดงละครเวทีนอกจากนี้ผู้เรียนยังจะได้เรียนนาฏศิลป์นานาชาติทั้งนาฏศิลป์กลุ่มวัฒนธรรมเปรณกันและนาฏศิลป์ร่วมสมัย
หลักสูตรศิลปะการแสดงคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์นะครับมีทั้งการเรียนด้านพื้นฐานด้านละครนาฏศิลป์ไทยและก็โนรานะครับเมื่อเรียนพื้นฐานเสร็จก็จะมีเรียนต่อขั้นสูงเช่นว่าของศิลปะการแสดงโนราถ้ามาเรียนชั้นสูงก็มาต่อกับอาจารย์ผู้เชี่ยวชาญนะครับโดยเฉพาะถ้าด้านโนราก็พอเรียนขั้นสูงเพลงทับเพลงโทนผันหน้าหรือว่าละครสร้างสรรค์ก็มาเรียนกับครูธรรมเรียนที่บ้านโนรา168นะครับเพราะฉะนั้นเราก็จะได้ทักษะของการแสดงที่มีคุณภาพแล้วก็ในขณะเดียวกันมีการรวมกันคือบูรณาการหลังจากที่เรียนทางด้านละครชั้นสูงนาฏศิลป์ชั้นสูงโนราขั้นสูงก็เอาศิลปะการแสดงเหล่านี้มารวมมาบูรณาการในวิชาศิลปะการแสดงเพื่อชุมชนแสดงในที่ต่างๆโดยใช้ทักษะของนักเรียนทั้งห้องครับนี่ถือว่าเป็นเอกลักษณ์และเป็นสิ่งที่มีคุณค่าอย่างหนึ่งที่เราสอดแทรกนะครับให้กับนิสิตสาขาศิลปะการแสดงทุกๆคนครับ
นอกจากการฝึกทักษะทางด้านการแสดงแล้วผู้เรียนยังต้องฝึกทักษะอื่นๆที่เกี่ยวข้องกับการแสดงด้วยเช่นทักษะการใช้เครื่องมือและเทคโนโลยีสำหรับการแสดงการแต่งหน้าและการแต่งกายสำหรับการแสดงรวมทั้งการสร้างสรรค์ผลงานนวัตกรรมทางด้านศิลปะการแสดง
เรียนศิลปะการแสดงจบแล้วทำอาชีพอะไรได้บ้าง
ก็วิทย์ไม่ได้บอกเธอหรอว่าฉันฆ่ายายแดงเขาจะไปพูดโพธนาสามารถแปดบ้านว่าฉันมันเป็นไอ้ฆาตกรศิลปินนักแสดง
นักวิชาการทางด้านศิลปะการแสดงและศิลปะวัฒนธรรม
นักออกแบบทางด้านศิลปะการแสดง
เจ้าหน้าที่เทคนิคการแสดงผู้กำกับการแสดงช่างแต่งหน้าแต่งกาย
นักออกแบบแสงฉากประกอบการแสดง
หากใครสนใจอยากจะเรียนศิลปะการแสดงพวกเรายินดีต้อนรับนะคะศิลปะการแสดงมหาวิทยาลัยทักษิณ
ณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์สาขาศิลปะการออกแบบนะคะบรรยากาศในห้องเรียนนะคะเพื่อนๆเป็นกันเองแล้วก็น่ารักมากๆเลยค่ะแล้วก็อาจารย์ก็น่ารักมากๆแล้วก็มีอุปกรณ์ที่ครบเครื่องแล้วก็ทันสมัยค่ะที่อาจารย์คอยซัพพอร์ตให้เราได้เรียนแล้วก็ได้ใช้กันค่ะ
สำหรับน้องๆคนไหนนะครับที่สนใจในด้านศิลปะและการออกแบบก็อยากจะเชิญชวนน้องๆเข้ามาสมัครกันเยอะๆนะครับทางเราต้อนรับอยู่กันนะครับ
ดุริยางคศาสตร์สากลมีอาจารย์ผู้สอนเฉพาะทางอันแยบยลอุปกรณ์คุณภาพเหมือนดังศาสตราวุธเหมาะสมกับมหาลัยที่มีดังศาสตราคุดทันสมัยทันโลกพร้อมจุดประกายฝันพร้อมใช้งานบันทึกเสียงให้ดังใจหวังเสียงกลางแจ้งพร้อมจัดคอนเสิร์ตมีกีตาร์เบสกลองพร้อมอัดมันระเบิดเครื่องเป่าลมไม้ทองเหลืองตั้งท่าพร้อมทำตามฝันจุดประกายให้ก้าวหน้าเติมความฝันให้พร้อมบินไม่ว่าจะเป็นนักร้องครูอาจารย์หรือว่าศิลปินจบไปมีฝันที่ดีเหมือนที่วาดการงานดีเด่นชีวิตมีคุณภาพนักศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องหรือว่ามีแต่คนฉลาดเด่นงานสร้างสรรค์ด้วยจิตวิญญาณนักปราชญ์พวกเราเด็กฟ้าเท่าหลักความเป็นไทยดุริยางคศาสตร์ไทยสืบสานความเป็นไทยด้วยสัญชาติแห่งประเทศไทยพระสงฆ์เป็นไทยไกลถึงทั่วแดนวงมโหรีที่สุดแดนใต้ไทยแลนด์หนังลุงมโนลาเราไม่ให้ลืมเลือนวงบิพัดไม้นวมไม้แข็งโลกสะเทือนดนตรีทันสมัยรุ่งเรืองฮิตจัดตายจัดไปทั่วบ้านทั่วเมืองเป็นนักดนตรีที่เก่งกาจชื่อเสียงก้องโลกเอเชียแอฟริกาแล้วก็ไปโลดพัฒนาให้มันยังกับมืออาชีพส่งต่อความเป็นไทยไปทุกทั่วทวีปคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องหรือว่ามีแต่คนฉลาดเด่นงานสร้างสรรค์ด้วยจิตวิญญาณนักปราชญ์พวกเราเด็กฟ้าเท่าตวัดผู้กันภาพวาดลายกระหนกศิลปะมิตรภาพชื่อเสียงคอยบรรจบผลงานระดับประเทศล้วนมาจากจิตใจสร้างสรรค์ผลงานคงกระพันให้สืบไปอาจารย์ระดับประเทศชื่อเสียงเป็นที่ตั้งนิสิตคุณภาพเป็นอย่างที่มั่นจิตรกรรมประติมากรรมภาพพิมพ์ซึมซับวิชาฝังลึกลงลากดินบ่มเพาะสร้างคนให้เป็นทัศนศิลป์งานดีงานเด่นดังเพชรนหินจบไปมีงานทำสายงานสร้างโชคโด่งดังผลงานไกลถึงระดับโลกคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องหรือว่ามีแต่คนฉลาดเด่นงานสร้างสรรค์ด้วยจิตวิญญาณนักปราชญ์พวกเราเด็กฟ้าเท่าการออกแบบยุคตามทันสมัยหลักสูตรครบครันอยากชวนให้หลงไหลเข้ามาเรียนกับอาจารย์ไม่ธรรมดาห้องเรียนห้องแลบครบครันอลาวาโปรแกรมทันสมัยบอกได้เลยว่าทันโลกนิสิตก็พร้อมเรียนเพลินเดินก็พายโยกเข้าสู่สายงานอาชีพผ่านกิจกรรมส่งเสริมความคิดให้นิสิตคิดจะทำอาชีพในปัจจุบันนั้นมีอยู่มากมายออกแบบกราฟิกดีไซน์ให้วาดลายออกแบบความคิดให้ชีวิตวาดฝันสู่อาชีพที่ใช่กลับมาสู่บ้านฉันคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องหรือว่ามีแต่คนฉลาด ของเรานั้นดีเลิศสาวสวยแรงเงยหน้าถึงทีเชิร์ตอาจารย์ก็สอนดีมือไม้อ่อนช้อยหัวใจนักแสดงบอกได้เลยว่าเกินร้อยรำโนราวัฒนธรรมไทยเราอยากอนุรักษ์ไม่ใช่ให้จำใจสืบสานตำนานการแสดงของไทยศิลปะการแสดงสิ่งที่อยู่ในหัวใจเรื่องบทละครการแสดงประกอบฉากบทพูดเขาดีนักบอกได้เลยมันถอดปากธุรกิจการแสดงเบื้องหลังวงการให้รักษาความเป็นมืออาชีพมันนมนานคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์ปราดเปรื่องเรื่องหรือว่ามีได้คนฉลาดเด่นงานสร้างสรรค์ด้วยจิตวิญญาณนักปราชญ์พวกเราและเด็กฟ้าเท่าสถานที่ที่หนึ่งของภาคใต้หอเพลงดนตรีการแสดงของแดนใต้ความภาคภูมิใจของพวกเราคนใต้ไม่ว่าเด็กผู้ใหญ่เข้ามาตามมาแลได้กิจกรรมศิลปกรรมสอนให้สร้างสอนให้สรรจินตนาการฝึกสมองสอนให้ฉันฝึกสร้างศิลปะความอดทนความชำนาญจบแล้วมีงานทำมีอาชีพตลอดกาลคณะศิลปกรรมศาสตร์